Again, the option is short. Quentin Sullivan gives it a go! Goal! Quentin Sullivan with a lightning strike! And the... Lukic floats this across. Vasilev gets ahead to it. Loose in the 18. Somehow the Union get on this, and a shot is in! Tamarimo makes it a dirty... Aviles ahead. Played into the box. There's a shot by Allende off the head, and back in business is Inter Miami. It's a 2-1 match. Tadeo Allende. Off Allende. Shot by Bueno. Still live in the 18. There's Barrimo. Tamarimo, second of the game. From just off dead center. 87th minute, trying to get his team back within one. Messi, free kick, what a strike! It's a 3-2 game. Messi magic. Fafa Pico. Messi plays ahead. Here's Segovia with a shot. Goal! Telasco Segovia. The Miami bench explodes. The equalizer comes late.
It's a brilliant finish. It really is.
Hello and welcome to Channel Sport on Sunday. I'm Ken Ochonogo. It is the 22nd edition of the National Sport Festival. 22nd, 22 times it has been done. 1973, it started coincidentally the same year at the NYSC. I was also, put in place. So most of these things, were put there, to unite Nigerians after the 3 years, civil war that we had. And then the government administration did feel that, yes, it is time for us to unify, to think as one, to come back as a nation, as a people, most importantly. And things like the NYS, where they say go to other regions so you can understand their culture, Nigeria, because, Nigeria is made of diverse, cultures, different language. Delta State alone, you have close to about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different languages. So when you move up north, the same thing. Some people up in Nigeria is, Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba. No. Where you go up north, when you even go to Kaduna, there's a place called Southern Zaria. There is this, where you get Nupi, you come down to the side, there is the Bibu, there is the Efik, there is, for it, some people say, they are Calabar people. Until you go there to go and serve, you don't understand. That's where you understand. If you come to even the Yoruba land, sometimes when the Ijebu speak, even the Ondos don't understand when they speak their dialect. That is a fact, because I've seen where a couple, or I think the husband is Ijebu while the wife is Ondo, and then she always complain that when the mother-in-law comes, they now, she doesn't understand what they are saying. But then it is the beauty that, you can eat tuwo shinkafa, or you can eat gbegiri, or you can eat starch when you go to Delta State. You eat it with banga soup. Some of you don't understand that when you do that, it is so delicious. So a lot of things happen that they say, okay, this is where you come in, our culture, our mode of dressing, our languages, our dance steps, everything put together, forming the potpourri of what is beautiful about the Nigerian people. So that is what the National Sport Festival is. 1973 it started. We shall look at that, because from 73 till date, they've done it about 22 times. It would have been more. It's postponements, facilities not ready. Lagos hosted it the first 2 times, 73 and 75. Then it went to Kaduna. I remember that, Kaduna 79. Then Kaduna 77, Oluyole 79. I think it was Bendel now, 81. Bendel, it was Midwest to Bendel, to Edo, to Delta. A lot of transformation, have taken place from 1973 to 2025. So you can see all these things if you look at the history. There is no aspect of Nigerian history that you delve into that the people of Nigeria will not reveal itself to you, will not reveal herself to you, will not reveal the beauty that is inherent in us. If you want to seek the beauty, you want to also seek the ugly. I say there is the good, the bad, and the ugly. It depends on what you are searching for. So today, we'll look at the National Sport Festival. We'll look at the league, the MPFL. It's coming to an end. And I tell you, if you are not at any place at all, find yourself at Oweri. Because Heartland, my God, we'll look at it, simply so that you understand what I'm talking about. Heartland, where they take on Aqua, and a lot, one of them must go down. or both can even go down. That means either can win and still not survive. Heartland back to back going down, transformation and maybe. But let us see, we won't go into that yet. We'll just look at what is going to happen today. Excitement everywhere. So it is still part of the football talking about that, at the African continent, Mamelodi Sundowns took on Pyramids, and then it was 1-1. That is the first leg. They will take over the return leg, but it's that away goal, that last minute away goal that scored by Pyramids, a team that was just formed in 2008. I tell you this, 2008, but I did their rubbing shoulders. As at that time, I think Enyimba has won their two, and the only ones that Nigeria won at the continent. I don't know the last time we got into the semi-finals or even the finals. It is something that, they talk for another day. So it will be a Pyramid hosting Sundowns in the return leg, and then we shall know which club will be the African champion. In Europe, we saw Manchester United and Tottenham, and after 17 years, Spurs came in and said, yes, we needed this badly, and they did get it. So on Wednesday, which will be on the 28th, Chelsea will also be going there to see if they can beat Real Betis, while the big one will be on the 31st on Saturday, when at PSG, yet to win, discarded all the big shots, brought in a new set of players. See if Inter can do what Jose Mourinho did with them in 2010. Remember, that was the year that Africa hosted the World Cup. So a lot of these things will be there. We'll look at tennis. It is not easy. Only three men are Centurions, who has won on the ATP Tour, won more than 100 titles. 100 or more. Because when Djokovic didn't make it right there, we said, oh, he's not going to do it. He was pushing 25. He was voicing it. But remember, last summer in Paris, where he won the Olympic gold to complete that career Grand Slam. So right now he's saying, Margaret Court, even if your name is Court, it is on that court I want to win 25. Will he do it? Can Djokovic win his number 25 big one? Serena tried it to even get to 24. She tried and tried. She lost to even Naomi Osaka. A lot of them said it was supposed to be in the bag. It didn't happen. It was a journey too far. It was a hill too steep. It was a distance too far to reach. But then Djokovic is saying it is within reach. I've got that 24. I need that 25. I need to be the outright winner, whether male or female, in the number of big ones that I have. He already has more Masters 1000 in other player. He's the only player to have won all Grand Slam a minimum of 3 times. Only Djokovic since the history of tennis. So it tells you it is there. He is the greatest. He is the GOAT. There is no doubt about that. So a lot of these things we are going to do. We're going to talk about Arsenal ladies. Yes, Arsenal ladies. They said what a man can do, a woman can do, but I'll allow you. This one is what a man had not been able to do. The women have done it not once but twice. Theo Agbolawo is in the house. We call him the Catalan. Yes, something happened to Catalonia yesterday. Theo, how are you?
I'm awesome. I'm good, Ken. It's so good to be back. I think it's been a season of the underdogs. It's been a season of breaking of curses. Tottenham defeating Manchester United
after 17
years.
Yes.
Newcastle getting their hands on the trophy after 71 years. Crystal Palace winning for the first time
in their lives,
in their history. Well,
Bologna
doing the same thing. But
just yesterday, let me not go. Aberdeen did it against Celtic.
But that's Aberdeen.
35. Yes. That should be the era of Alassane.
Exactly. And I think, even in the Russian league,
yes,
Rostov defeated Spartak Moscow in the cup.
You can imagine.
Against all odds. So it wasn't surprising when Arsenal ladies took on Barcelona.
I like how you are going to. That's the second time. They won it the first time.
They won it before, but coming up against the defending champions, the Barcelona ladies, who seem to be in imperious form.
They've won the 3 of the last 4?
No, 3 of the last 4. And that aside, the Arsenal ladies have been pummeled continuously by the Chelsea ladies. Only for Barca to take on the Chelsea ladies and defeat them 8-2 over 2 legs. So a lot of people saw it as literally a walk in the park. I saw that game yesterday, and I was impressed. And it just shows you, when you're intentional about something, Ken, you will see results. I watch these women play, and the way they move the ball around, I cannot step on the pitch. with these ladies.
You step on the gym, that's your problem.
Well, at least I'm stepping on something.
Okay.
But it was really, really impressive. And then talking about women, the National Sports Festival.
Yes.
You know, talking about Florence and her mother, Ronke,
yes.
both winning medals for Team Lagos at the National Sports Festival. Florence is just 16 years old. Weightlifting, Ken. Weightlifting.
49 kg.
Wow. It's super impressive. She's still writing her WAEC as we are talking to you. So a lot of things happen in the world of sports.
She is still, Theo just says, look, she is still writing her WAEC. Mother and daughter carried their kaya and left Lagos and went to Ogun and won medals. The mother won a gold and a bronze. The daughter won a silver. After with the silver, she carried her bag and jumped into the keke and came back to Lagos to go and write her WAEC. That is the beauty. That is what I want to talk about National Sport Festival. That is what we are talking about. There is also a 13-year-old, you know, who is doing Rachel.
Yes, no,
Rachel Ibilapo, right?
Mitchell.
Is it Mitchell?
Mitchell Ibilapo, yes.
Who is doing one? She's 13. She has won the gold. She's won a gold in swimming. So basically, when you catch them young, we don't know where you're going. But then it is not just about the gold. We want to see how much time 13-year-olds are doing outside the country. Because it depends on who you are competing against. You can triumph over here, but our purpose on this show, our purpose that always, which is what it is that when you are bringing, you have identified that she could do it.
Yes.
She has the ability. She has the talent.
Yes.
Now, it is now time for those who have now seen her. You know, there is no better. She said she was scouted in the junior games.
Yes. You know, I know we even talked about this, I think it was 2 weeks ago, that if probably Lamine Yamal was from another country, he would have probably been writing, exams or rewriting it, as the case may be. But this was a player that stepped on the pitch for the first time as a 15-year-old. Although got minimum minutes, won the league with Barca. The following season, as a 16-year-old, scoring in the semi-finals of the Euros for Spain against France, former world champions. And look at what he's doing as a 17-year-old right now. So if you discover them this early, the plan is to nurture them. The plan is to make sure that they grow and become world beaters.
Yeah, that is the thing. Nothing more, nothing less. You understand? When you check the contingent, anytime we go to the Olympics or we go to All Africa Games, whatever, check how many athletes the Kenyans, the Ugandans, the Ethiopians are sending. They won't be maybe about 1/10 of what we send.
Yeah.
But at the turnover at the Olympics is the same thing.
Yes.
We've only got 3 gold medals. Kenyans will go to one Olympic and get more than 3 gold medals in one Olympic. I think we're going to get the all-time medals. All right. So basically, these are the things we want to say that the National Sport Festival established, like we said, in 1973, foster unity, identify the talents, and groom them. That is what it's all about. We'll go through and let you see how far it has been going. The Gateway Games is what it is the second time Ogun State is hosting. I think I'm being told that, yes, we have the privilege to have the Commissioner for Sports, Ogun State, that he'll be joining us, I think from Abeokuta. We have Wasiu, you understand, Isiaka, and there he is. Hello, Honorable Commissioner, how are you?
Good afternoon. I'm fine, and you?
We are fine. We are fine here. We are fine here in the studio. It's like you are all in the National First Ever mood. I can see. Maybe I will need that face cap and that T-shirt, so I will look like you.
No problem.
Okay. Tell us how is it going now? You know, how has it? First of all, before we go to how it's going, how has it been the preparations for the National Sport Festival? I know you guys hosted it. It is in 2006 or so. I remember.
2006.
2006, yes, when Bukola Olabade was the commissioner for sports then, and then we are coming down here now. This is how many years later? This is 2015. That is, that is about 19 years later. You guys are hosting it again. What has been the challenges? What has been, how have you overcome them, if you have? And then what should, those who are there, you're already there. How is it going? But how did the challenge go? Trying to get to this stage to put the facilities, put everything together for you to have a National Sport Festival.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you for having me. Well, yes, of course, it was not that easy because of the economic situation in the country. Yeah. But you see, when you have a leader that has that passion and believe in that goal that is set for himself or for the state, getting to overcome those things may not be as difficult as people may thought it to be. When we bidded, the course of things during that time and things like that. But sometimes around last year, we knew what happened in the country. But because of the focus, we have a government, we have the policy of the government. We started with social amenities, basic things, and things like that. But the government had a plan that towards the end of the administration, they are going to concentrate on youth development, sport development, tourism, and things like that. So what we are seeing now is part of the policy of the government to ensure that they use National Sport Festival to engage the youth of Ogun State, to establish sport ecosystem in the state, and make sure that we return the past glory of the state in sport back to where it used to be. So that is so. With that one in mind, we saw all the problem as problems that will come. We call them challenges, and to the glory of God, we'll be able to overcome them. And here we are.
Okay. That is good. You talk about past glory. No worry, me. We'll go talk that one. I go ask you that one because I never see Ogun State among Delta rivers. But I go try. Let's say you guys are. Let's take it as one step at a time. Let's take it one step at a time.
Let us see how it goes.
All right. The 2006 you guys hosted. The facilities then and the facilities now, did you just renovate them, or you put a new ones in place, or they were in good working conditions as at when the festival started?
Well, we renovated some of them, and we built a lot of them, new ones. For instance, the Olympics swimming pool,
yeah.
Both the warm-up and the competition pool were built. They are new ones. Okay. There's a new handball court in MKO Sport Arena. We have a new tennis court, because the one we used in 2006 was actually we used the one in one private sports club.
Okay.
To be precise.
All right.
But the one we are using now are the one we just built, the handball court, and even the main bowl. The tartan track that was there before was so bad. We removed them and put new ones there. The pitch as well, there are new ones. The scoreboard, we changed almost everything. As a matter of fact, if we call it a remodeling of the sporting arena, I think one would be correct. And at the other side, which is Ijeja Sports Center, the whole thing, we changed the whole this thing, because the facilities there were the one they put there almost 20-30 years ago. Apart from some of them being dilapidated, a lot of things has changed in the new system of using those facilities. For example, when we played the swimming pool we used in 2006, there was nothing like touchpad. But this time around, you use technology to pick the people that. So we built a lot of them, and renovated the ones that are there.
So what we are seeing there, we are seeing some beautiful playgrounds and structures, and if we come to Ogun State in the next 3 to 5 years, are you assuring us that they will still be in this same condition, or they will have to be renovated again?
Well, I think we all know that history they say is the past, is the study of the past in relation to the present, in order to correct future occurrence. Of course, if you want to put it like that, we knew what happened to the one they did in 2006, yeah. And of course, one can sit down and see what amounted to them going down, and they will have to almost restart again. So because of that, we have policy in place this time around to ensure that those things are not just going to be there. They are going to be used. We are going to make sure that they are being used effectively. And part of the thing we put in place is that we want to ensure that we have the community usage, the school usage, so that we encourage communities, schools to be using those facilities. And apart from that, we want to make sure that we have a committee that will be in charge of maintenance. Those are the ones we believe we can maintain as government, we would. The ones who believe that we need expertise of, for example, the swimming pool, I'm not too sure we'll be able to maintain that. That definitely we need partnership of private sector. And another thing again is that we want to ensure this time around that we'll be hosting events, bringing in partners to come and host event there. For example, in the next 2 weeks, Indomitable Lioness and Super Falcon will be playing in Abeokuta. In July, we'll be hosting the CAA Under 17, Under 18 Championship. And in September, there will be Waffle Cup again in Abeokuta. So we are trying to ensure that this time around, those assets will not just be there, but we want to ensure that people will have access to them and be using them regularly. With that one, when you come back the next 10 years, we still meet them as they are, because as we are using them, we'll be maintaining them, upgrading them. So we'll not allow it to rot into the level that we still have to go and start again, like we did in the past. I want to assure you that in the next 5, 10, or foreseeable future, those facilities will be there, because we now have policy in place to ensure that they are not just there, they are being used and used effectively to the benefit of the good people of Ogun State.
Okay, funding has always been the issue. Like you said, I know I don't want to ask you how much you guys have spent to put this in place, but also most stadia out of, in other parts of the climb are revenue generating. Like the O2 Arena, even the Emirates Stadium, people, with the international concerts and so. Is there a kind of a policy in place where you can use them to derive revenue while maintaining this, the standard of the structures that you have in place, or all the monies for maintenance will be coming through from allocation from government?
No, thank you. In the last 2-3 weeks, the governor, His Excellency Prince Akwa Abiodun, has repeated it to the people and announced it at every opportunity that we are going to create activity around that arena, so that when the facilities are not being used, activities will be happening around that place to be generating revenue, and to ensure that people continue to use those places, so that we'll not just be relying, like you said, 100% on funding from government. Although, of course, you agree with me that part of what I believe is now in sporting world is that we don't want to leave running of exporting this thing to government alone.
Yeah.
To try to encourage a lot of private sector into it. Those are the areas we are looking at, bringing in recreation area, social area, while we don't allow anything to disturb the sporting section of the arena.
Okay, let us come back to the festival. How many athletes are you having? How are you accommodating them? Are you feeding everybody? Logistics, movements. What has it been like?
Well, thank you. This is a national sport festival, and you know that we have several departments, committees, and people that are in charge. A ministry may be the one that people are seeing, but we have so many people working and in different departments. So, okay, to the glory of God, so far so good. In terms of feeding, we are moving very fine, and the logistic of movement of people from one place to another. Yes, there may be teething challenges here and there, but we are on top of everything. So far so good. We have not been having any serious issue, to the glory of God.
Okay, but before we round this up, let us go local. Everything is about local. You are the commissioner of sports in Ogun State. What can we have your scorecard? I'm sorry, I mean, what areas of grassroots sports development? I know you guys are into there. Ogun State own a professional football club? You own one?
Gateway Football Club.
Okay. I mean, Lagos, we in Lagos, we don't have But anyway,
We have Ogun State.
so in terms of infrastructure, in terms of human capital development, in terms of discoveries, at the grassroots level, school sports, what have you done, your administration, of your government since you guys are there to see that you said Ogun State want to turn to the former glory, to take you to that glory that you speak of. What have you put in place? What can we see that is visible? People are there already in Ogun State. Yeah, you can show that. We can show, say, this is what we have done in primary school, secondary school, the universities, and then all other areas. What have you done in terms of even the different wards and local government? What fiscal sport infrastructures have you guys put in place or plan to put in place?
Well, thank you. In Ogun State, there used to be something they call Ogun State Sport Festival. Okay. I think it started in 1976. Somehow they stopped it in 1981. But okay. When this government came to power some years back, we've been working on how to resuscitate it. And last year, we resuscitated it. And the essence is that we want to ensure that we encourage school sports. And another thing again is that we have established what we call grassroots and school development units in the ministry. And the essence is to ensure that the grassroots sport development and school development, we allow them to work hand in hand. Because what I believe was one of the major issues that we used to have before was this tendency for rivalry between agencies or government or ministries. That we are the one that owns the children, you are the one that. So we are ensuring that by the time they work together, as a committee, from it's like a production process where you get your raw materials, you process it to final product. So this time around, once they are together, the primary school and secondary school that owns most of these children, once they discover, they move them to State Sport Council. Okay. So from there, those ones will nurture them so that from time to time, when we want to go for competition or we want to expose them to competitive games like this, we know we have pool of people where we can go and say, okay, these are the people we have in place. So that it will not just be that anytime we have competition, we'll be running from pillar to post trying to get people. That policy is in place. And that is the reason why I said most of our facilities will not just be used this time around, they are going to be used effectively. Because those people, the only thing they have is go and discover, then bring them to the facility that has been provided for you by government already. So with that one, that is one of the area that the one we have worked on. Another area is that we are now trying to start to train and retrain some of our people that believe can be trained, while the government, after this festival, will try to employ some of the people we discover, because we don't want to discover them and allow them to go. Okay. There is likely to be something that will be something like contract employment immediately after the festival. Because, you see, after this festival, we are going to Enugu 2026. This time around, we are providing facility, we are presenting our team. That time, we are going with a team to go and tell them that, yes, this is the state we have arrived.
This is Ogun. Yes. This is not a pushover. Ogun has arrived.
Exactly. So in Enugu, this time around, we have divided this thing. We are providing facility. We want everybody to be the welfare of everybody. Everything is still on us. But that time, we are going with Team Ogun that will go there and get number one. That is the target we are setting for ourselves.
All right, thank you so much for being with us. I hope by this time next year, probably we'll come to Ogun State and see what you guys are doing. And then also, we'll be monitoring what you guys are, what you are going to do in Enugu during the National Sport Festival.
No problem.
Honorable Asin Siaka, thank you so much for speaking with us.
You're most welcome. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go on a very short break. When we come back, we'll give you the other stories. We'll open the lines. I want to hear Arsenal women. When I talk to us now, all Arsenal supporters, not the men, no, they should call us. Arsenal ladies call us. Arsenal ladies supporters in Nigeria call us and they will stay with us.
Pride, passion, and bragging rights on the line. Derby Day showdown in Ikene. It is the penultimate match day of the current season. The stage is set, the tension is palpable, and the drama is ready to unfold. Already confirmed champions, Remo Stars, already crowned kings of the league. They host their derby rivals, Ikorodu City, in a battle that promises to be an unforgettable spectacle. Well, the title already secured, the champions will look to end this match day today on a high note, fine-tuning us for the final showdown and perhaps sending a message to their derby rivals. But make no mistake, this is Derby Day and pride is very much on the line. A guard of honor for the champions, Remo Stars. Oh, he could have do City with a strike from Tosin! And it's gone past the goalkeeper! Silence all over the stadium!
To take that strike from a distance between Ahmed Akinyele and Fabian Nwori. The ball goes past and the goalkeeper to his left. Caught unawares.
Straight to Hardison. Kilichinwe. Should put awareness. The ball header back from Gegeliona. A chance for Olivier Sekiru! And Remo Stars have drawn level! Ecstasy for defense.
Not to miss the goalkeeper. Such an agricultural header to your own opponent. They have been making this mistake and just had to.
Sekiru Alimi for the Sky Blue Stars. So beautiful done there by Bello Babatunde. He's got options at the far post. He's found his man. Sekiru Alimi for his price. And it's two for Remo Stars. It's Shoaibu Ibrahim. Remo Stars have done this around. Done from Bello Babatunde. Match by the finish from Shoaibu Ibrahim. The defensive midfielder, a delight to see him score.
What a corner that was. A low drive, gets into the box, poorly defended, not well cleared, forced kindly to that man, Babatunde. And he slots it again to that same place for the goalkeeper, to the left side.
Remo Stars looking for the fourth. He could come here for the Sky Blue Stars. A chance for a fourth goal! And Remo Stars are running riot. Adedayo Olamilekon, remember the name.
What a finish that was. World class. Runs to it, Harrison Uzondo tries to close down. At same place, he places the ball. Look at that pass. What a brilliance Remo Stars are displaying today.
All a scramble in the box. What a way to wrap up the season. And the referee has scored for full time. Remo Stars have ended the season unbeaten on home soil.
How much they also are willing to pay to go all the way out. Daniel Ogumadede has got the experience. He left this job for a while to go learn more, and look at the result he has brought. That's why he needs to also get players that will match up with the experience he's got as a coach.
I mean, you talked about Daniel Ogumadede. That's why managers need trust. When you finish Nigerian soil, I mean, you talked about foreigners coming to play the NPFL. Or donning their champions attire, Remo Stars, signed from Sporting Lagos, out with injuries. Now in the school, those players will go into the history books.
Sorry again. Before they became 9-time champions, we're keeping that consistency that is left for them at this point. Talk about this season, they've gotten it all right.
Currently on 71 points, heading into match so far.
How much they are ready to pop this up. They are just in that mode of ecstasy, that mode of joy.
Coach Daniel Ogumadede, such a happy man, such a happy figure.
I never knew you could be there to have done it just back to back, looking like
champions in 2020.
Yeah, that's the MPFL 2024-2025 champions, Remo Stars. They did it. That is always a private club, first private club after, so I think that it is 19 years. 19 years. Because in 2006, that was when Ocean Boys won, the league. We've said this here over and over and over again. Correct yourselves. That was, 19 years ago. Ocean Boys is a privately owned club. Even then, there were the proprietor of the club, of course, was a local government chairman, but he was doing it in his personal capacity. I think that was why when they were relegated, because they had those accidents and they couldn't make up one or two things. He rechristened the club to something, I think, Warriors, prayer warriors or something. I know that was what they called, but they couldn't, they couldn't sustain what it was to run the league at that point in time, and the club went, extinct. So basically, that was after Ocean Boys. We have Remo Stars, but then Remo Stars have the opportunity. I don't know. We shouldn't put so much pressure on them to say you are going to the continent now, go and win the Champions League. There is a long way to go. This year's Champions League final. But if we remember, Sonny Okosun was from Cape Town to Cairo, because South Africans have two teams, while the Egyptians Cairo has two teams, while Cape Town has two teams, and then one of them knocked each other out. Paris was knocked out by the Pyramids, while the Sundowns knocked out Al Ahly. So yesterday it was 1-1. The first leg in Cape Town, and the second leg will be in Cairo. So a lot of private ownership, like that's what I think calculation can save Nigerian sports, come back to when that era when it is not dependent on government, but to take a lot of funding. And it will take a lot of patience and a lot of recruitment, right recruitment. You already have experience, being with friends over there and what is happening right here in Nigeria. So basically, we should say maybe in the next 2-3 seasons, we can have Nigerian teams, featuring in the semi-final and finals of CAF Champions League. The South Africans, the Egyptians, the Moroccans, even the Congolese, that are there. A lot of money has been involved to take them there. It is not be today, when Enyimba did it, it was commitment by the government, but that's taxpayers' money. Those of us on this set, on this table, on this show, we've always said less government money, more private money, and that is how sports should be run. Infrastructure, yes, the state government, federal government should put that. It is their responsibility to do that. It's not say private cannot do it. But when it comes to running professional clubs and professional teams, leave it in the hands of private organizations. The house is a full house. Okpa is in the house, and Jimmy is in the house. Now, I want to start with, well, let me start with Jimmy. Congratulations. They said what the men has not been able to do after playing over 400 games in the Champions League. The women have done twice. Most matches played without winning Champions League. It's not well, understand me.
Ken, we said Arsenal was going to win the Champions League. We didn't distinguish.
I love that.
So at the end of the day, it's the most successful club.
The number is right there on the set if you want to join the show. Jimmy says Arsenal fans promised Arsenal were going to win the Champions League. They did not say that it is Arsenal ladies or the other Arsenal. Okay, Okpa is in the house. You can see him is in the celebratory mood. He's in the festival mood. He's in the Toon Army mood. You have won. Okpa is winning home and away. I love this. I love it.
Yeah, in the spirit of the National Sports Festival.
Yes.
And of course, Adria comes from Abeokuta. So I think let's just flow with the mood. And being in Babcock yesterday where athletes were camped, I think the spirit is quite high. For the Chinese, they say this year is the year of the tiger, of the snake. But in sport, this is the year for the underdogs. And
can we check quickly where Oshun is on the medals table?
No, they are there.
Where?
We have somebody calling us now. Abakaliki is playing.
Yes.
Owola first quarter United in the FA Cup final. Oh!
Thank you very much. I greet everybody.
Okay.
I greet everybody.
Are you ready? Okay.
Why I call it is that airport free.
Why I should pray for who? I should pray for who? For who?
I'm praying for him to able to pay 6 million for single player. Some of their players they are going. Let me just inform you, because some of the players are going because of money.
Kwara United players are going.
You are so biased. You are so biased. Chelsea win FA. Woman FA. We win FA. Final.
You have won it 8 times in a row. It is not news. Okay, congratulations, Owolafe. Your women have also won.
Thank you.
Your men are meeting Betis. I hope they will not be beaten.
We beat Man U. It's
yes.
So by the grace of God today, today by the grace of God, not Florence, by the grace of God, we want to beat them so that we can qualify. We be in number 4.
Okay.
That is our prayer. In the Kwara United, we are expecting Rangers. You know, the last time, 1976, Al Salam.
Al Salam rocks.
They beat us 2-0, if you remember.
Yes.
This time around, we beat them.
So you have avenged 1976.
And we thank God. We beat Rangers. We beat Man U for you. It's for you. I just give it to you.
Thank you, Owo. Congratulations, Kwara United, for being in the final. May you win the cup because Owo, if you guys fail to win that trophy, don't call in because you know what I will do you. That will not be anything.
Yeah, for what
yes.
has done, I had a coinage. That's Kenny.
Okay.
They took out Katsina United.
Yes.
Eyimba. Nasarawa United. Ikorodu City.
Kenny.
Wow. Wow, just wow.
Abakaliki.
Being the year
that is the home of natural rice in Nigeria.
Yeah, the Rice Boys.
The Rice Boys. Abakaliki. In fact, when you win, we eat Abakaliki rice.
Yes, we eat it on set.
We eat it. We ate banana on set. Remember banana was shown at Samuel. We ate banana on set. Yeah. Also, the lines are there. Okay, we are listening to you.
So the year of the underdogs and the way it just shows something about sport perseverance. When you persevere and you persistently consistent, I think you always get there. So for all the clubs who have endured pains and not over all the years,
and clubs like the Black and White Army.
Yeah, you heard Owolafe saying something from 1976. That is 49 years of wait. And let's see. Between Kwara United and Abakaliki.
Are you saying that Arsenal men have to wait like 49 years? Because every other person has been...
that figure, that 49 is synonymous with invisible. So please, let's not go that route.
Of course. We know how the 49 ended. We know how it ended. We know how it ended at 49. We know where it ended at 49. We know who ended it at 49.
It is well. It ended well.
Okay, we're doing that. Tottenham Hotspur have won the Europa Cup, the Europa League Cup, and then so that means after so many years, after 17 years to be precise, they are back there and they're parading that cup in London. Somebody said don't pass through Emirates Stadium. I don't know what happened, but they are parading it. But if they parade their own, Arsenal ladies will also parade their, they are not, they'll just parade and parade. And then Crystal Palace, their first ever title. How do you do that? Like you said, they waited along. A lot of clubs in London, we talk of Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea, West Ham, Brentford, Crystal Palace, QPR. Man, London is choked, and that is all. And I don't know. Lagos. What are you waiting for? Lagos. They will bring in one team, they will disappear. Another one will go. Lagos. Look at what London is doing. Lagos, I challenge you. Have as many clubs as possible. I'm not saying Lagos State government. I love that policy of not investing. But the private cities of Lagos, you support all the clubs in the world. Which do we support in Lagos? We have Ikorodu City now, and that is for Ikorodu people. Where is the one? Mike, I just mentioned Ikorodu. Somebody's calling from Ikorodu. Hello, Mike. Mike, how are you?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mike. Yes, go on.
But this I will affect my friend. Kwara State has Kwara United is qualified, and Abakaliki and qualified. What I'm really after is our coefficient deficiency in CAF championships.
Yes.
They will put up a good representation. Maybe they don't go appear, come back, collect allowance. They should not reduce our coefficient. They should try. I'm not jealous if they have a Rangers fan. But I would have loved and experienced it to go. So that our coefficient that is coming down.
They beat Mike, leave this coefficient matter. If you cannot beat them, they didn't nominate them. They beat Rangers. Okay. So say I am not. I'm a Rangers fan. No, I am not beef. You now beef bad belly. I'm so. Okay, Mike, don't worry. We'll have adequate representation, very good representation. If they do, they know what to do. Sometimes, you know, the cup tournaments are like that. That is even the FA Cup and stuff.
Surprisingly, looking at Manchester United and Tottenham making it to the finals of the Europa League. Now the winners
I don't want
a season does not define the club.
Ken, I don't want us to disregard what they just said because a lot goes into it really in terms of representation on the continent.
Yes.
Your recruitment policy has to be on point because you look at it critically. When you have to go on the continent, it's always better for you to recruit across. You know, at least the
Jimmy. I don't want to interrupt you, but I just want to draw attention to something.
Yeah.
In the past 20 seasons, 20 years, have the experienced clubs not been representing us? What have they been achieving?
But what we are saying basically is with the new harmonized calendar, you know, I think with the funding, with proper recruitment policies, I'm sure the clubs that will be representing us. I'm not too sure of whoever wins between Kwara United and Abakaliki. But in terms of what Remo Stars has been able to do, you can vouch for them. Maybe not even Abia Warriors. But the most important thing that we are talking about here is, if we are talking about representation on the continent, it is harder if you don't have the funds, if your recruitment policy is not going to be all-inclusive, you know, to get in experienced players that have already, you know, strutted their stuff on the continent. It's going to be very difficult.
You see, when the same players who have been on the continent were beaten by the same player. I can agree with you with funding. Jimmy, I can agree with you with funding. You understand? But when it comes to the ability to forge a team, look at what Barcelona has done. The same thing that Xavi is saying this team is too old. It's where Flick came in and bring the young players and look at what they are doing. So the ability has nothing to do with age. The experience will come in there. But if you are good enough, I think you are old enough.
But again, capacity of our coaches.
Jimmy, we need to also realize that these continental competitions are not invitational competitions.
At all.
These clubs earn the right to represent the country. So the recruitment that has taken them this far should take them further.
Whilst I understand where you are coming from, I'm not saying what you are saying is wrong, but I'm saying that, look, let's lower our expectations.
Well, okay, we'll manage our expectations.
That's what Mike is saying.
Man, the coloration was what you and Mike are saying, which I don't agree with.
It's fine.
So say, let the experienced teams go. The experienced teams have been going, and they've been embarrassing us.
How many of them have embarrassed?
No, nobody has been representing.
No, for the past 8 years, we've never gone to the knockout stage.
Have you got the knockout
stage?
That's
not an embarrassment.
We have never gotten to the knockout stage.
They've been collecting certificate of participation.
Ken, our football normally is in the doldrums, yes or no?
No.
So, our domestic game is not in the doldrums.
It's not.
Ken, Abba. You know the truth now.
You know your own truth. It's not my own truth.
We've not done well on the continent.
Let's talk tennis, Joe. Djokovic just won 100 ATP. His 100 ATP title. That keeps him in the top 3. Jimmy Connors have 109. Roger Federer has 103. I know Jimmy was thinking now. Jimmy's mind calmed down. Then he now has 100. I mean, he has more Masters 1000 than any other player. He has won the Grand Slams. Each Grand Slam at least a minimum of 3 times. French Open, Australian Open, Wimbledon, US Open, a minimum of 3 times. Some people, I mean, we're talking about, I think Wawrinka and Murray just have three Grand Slams. But here is a guy who has won each and every, on all surfaces. Is there a doubt that he is the greatest tennis player of all time?
When it comes down to statistics, he's the greatest.
When it comes down to I absolutely agree.
Mohammed, before you guys, Mohammed Abdullahi. Now me they moderate this show. We have Mohammed. Let's hear you before they block my ear. Let's hear you. Mohammed, go on. Mohammed, not for my hand, though. Can you talk? She's laughing. Okay, we've lost Mohammed Abdullahi. Mohammed, they wanted to say something. I didn't want to say it. Now, okay, continue.
Okay, so yes. When it boils down to solely statistics,
yes.
because I will tell you that statistics reveals much, but not everything.
Okay.
So because when you want to reveal everything, you look at return on investment. if he will participate in how many, he participated in how many Grand Slams and won how many.
Yes.
Take it to Nadal. By the time you see the coefficient, by the time you see the coefficient of how many Nadal participated in, and how many he won, Nadal will slightly have that edge over him.
Which edge?
Based on how many you participated and how many you won.
Winning majorly on one course.
No. We are saying Grand Slam.
I like this. I like this discussion.
Now
I like this discussion.
Ken, for me, greatness goes beyond the numbers.
Okay.
It is your impact on humanity.
Which impact on humanity?
See,
Jimmy, I am not going to impact any humanity.
Being the best, Ken. Being the best goes with the statistics. Being the greatest goes beyond the numbers, goes beyond the impact you have on the game, on humanity, what you are able to do for the people, the way people see you, and what you bring to the sport.
Jimmy, go on. Jimmy.
That is why
Real Madrid is greatest in the Champions League. The star tells you so.
Yes.
You understand? When you come to England,
overwhelmingly
wait,
so.
Not
Overwhelmingly.
So when people talk about Pelé, and say, he won 3 World Cup. He's the greatest. Did he play? Even hear you guys talking about that? Even he's better than Messi. Whatever it is, because he won 3 World Cups. Is it not the stats?
Because by stats and by impact,
and when you
look greater than any other player.
Jimmy, when you look at Messi playing in 5 World Cups before getting one, and Pelé doing it in 3 World Cups in 4 World Cups.
You always say Pelé is the greatest.
How many Copa did Pelé win? How many did he win?
This is recently biased.
Pelé played in 1 Copa.
How many did he win?
Pelé played in 1 Copa
why did he
and
play
was
the
the
rest?
best
He was
player
the best
and top scorer.
Wait, why did he play the rest?
Lautaro Martinez was best in
They
it.
tied his leg.
Pelé played in 1 Copa and he was the best player and top scorer. Messi played in countless Copas. At a point, Copa became like a DFA Cup annually because of Messi.
Ken is older than we are.
Because of Messi.
No, let's understand this. Ken is older than we are. But let's remind him that in 1958, as a 17-year-old, Pelé won the World Cup. 4 years after, what happened? He won the World Cup. 1970, he won the World Cup. 3 World Cups. No be beans.
In 4 attempts.
Okay. No, I like what they're good. He has won 3. That is the number.
Yes.
How many has Ronaldo won?
Why are you talking? Why do Ronaldo? I don't compare Ronaldo.
I don't know.
You're not comparing Ronaldo.
Daniel said something. He said, if you say Ronaldo, Ronaldo is the best player in the world. So, but I have more trophies than him. What does that make?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah?
National Sports Festival. Let's go with Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah, the festival, let the show goes on.
The festival, what the moment should give us players, do I say players, athletes that will win on the continent and rule the world. Let this be the beginning. I'm Ken Ochonogo. God bless Nigeria.